Have you ever witnessed a drill sergeant break character and laugh? Drill Sergeant Martinez was a machine. 8 weeks into basic training at Benning, none of us had ever seen him crack a smile. Stone-faced terror who could make grown men cry just by looking at them sideways. We had this recruit, Private Stevens, who was trying so hard to be the perfect soldier. Kid was from some tiny farm town in Nebraska, never been more than 50 miles from home. Polite as Sunday church, called everyone sir or ma'am, even the janitors. Stevens had one problem though. He was dumber than a box of rocks when it came to following simple directions. Not lazy, not rebellious, just genuinely confused by basic concepts. Like the time he tried to iron his uniform while wearing it because the manual said uniforms must be pressed at all times. Week 9, we're doing combat training. Learning to low crawl under barbed wire while live rounds crack overhead. Real bullets, real danger, no room for mistakes. Martinez is walking the line, screaming instructions. Keep your ass down, head up and you're dead, move like your life depends on it because it does. Stevens is doing fine until he hits a mud puddle halfway through the course. Kid gets completely disoriented. Instead of crawling forward, he starts going backwards. Wrong direction, back toward the starting line. We're all watching in horror as Stevens reverse crawls right between Martinez's boots. Pops his head up like a confused prairie dog covered in mud from head to toe. Drill Sergeant, I think I'm lost, Stevens announces cheerfully, spitting dirt. Which way to the objective? The whole company freezes. This is it. Stevens is dead. Martinez is going to murder him right there in the mud. Martinez just stares down at this muddy recruit who somehow managed to navigate backwards through a combat course. His face goes through this incredible transformation. Confusion, disbelief, then something we'd never seen before. He starts shaking, trying to hold it in, veins popping on his forehead from the effort, but Stevens just keeps talking. I followed the wire like you said, Drill Sergeant, but everything looks the same from down here. Am I supposed to be this dirty? Because my mama always said cleanliness is next to godliness, and I'm feeling pretty far from godly right about now. That did it. Martinez completely lost it. Started laughing so hard he had to sit down in the mud. Full belly laughs, tears streaming, the works. 30 years of military bearing destroyed by one confused farm boy. The rest of us didn't know what to do. Is this a test? Are we supposed to laugh too? Will he kill us all when he stops? But Martinez just kept going. Stevens, he gasped between laughs. How the hell did you get more lost in a straight line than most people do in a maze? Practice, Drill Sergeant, Stevens replied seriously. My dad says I could get lost in my own backyard. That set Martinez off again. He's rolling in the mud now, completely unprofessional, laughing like a maniac. Other drill sergeants come running, thinking someone got shot. When they see Martinez having a breakdown over Stevens, they start losing it too. Soon we've got 4 drill sergeants sitting in the mud, laughing at the kid who crawled backwards through a combat course. Stevens just stood there, still confused. Did I pass, drill sergeants? Kid, Martinez wheezed. You just did something I've never seen in 20 years. You failed so completely that it became an achievement. From that day forward, Martinez was different around Stevens. Still tough, still demanding, but with this underlying affection. Like Stevens was his favorite disaster. Stevens never did figure out land navigation. Graduated basic training but got assigned to the motor pool where he couldn't get too lost. Last I heard he was a mechanic at some base in Kansas, probably still asking for directions to the parts room. But Martinez kept that story, told it to every new class. This is why we have battle buddies, he'd say, to make sure nobody crawls backwards into enemy territory. Stevens became a legend. The recruit who broke a drill sergeant's poker face by being so spectacularly lost that confusion became comedy.